So this topic has already been talked about more than Dream talks about underage kids, but it's actually the opposite of what I'm doing here today. Anytime you look up My Hero Academia, either on YouTube or on TikTok, just search it up on the app. You'll see a non-stop hate on it. Not because it has fair criticism, but most of the actual reason people say they don't watch it is for horrible reasons that make absolutely no sense. Today I'll be going over those reasons on why people say it's the most overrated anime in history and why it's so-called garbage. Today I'm going to be sticking up for the real My Hero fans, not those fans. Now before I begin, let me explain to you why I even wanted to make this video in the first place. I was stuck on season 5 of My Hero for the longest time. The class 1B versus 1A was super boring to me and I finally finished it. And I binged the hell out of the second half of season 5, as well as season 6. And damn did I realize something. I'm a dumbass for calling this terrible. You see, My Hero Academia was one of the greats. Back in 2016, My Hero Academia released. Do you remember Sky High? The movie where kids go to school dedicated to heroes. It was a really cool concept and you got to see a bunch of different superpowers hashed out in fights or just cool scenes. But one main thing about Sky High was it didn't go into much darker territories. Like, are there any kids without powers? How does that make them feel in the society if so? Do people use powers to be extremely evil to the point of mass murder just for the hell of it? This is what My Hero goes into. It's a way for us to see what superpowers can actually do with good or bad intentions. While yes, there is a better superpower show that shows us what it would really look like if powers were a real thing in real life, that's The Boys. But with My Hero Academia, we get to see the real badass moments of Deku going all out on the evil villain. But don't get me started on the OST. That shit is what people in war would listen to while going into battle. This OST will let you overcome any obstacle in life, whether it be your dad beating your ass or it's the ops catching you lacking. The first thing people say when My Hero is brought up is the fan base ruins it. This concept absolutely makes no sense. That's like saying I don't drink water because the fan base is weird. It doesn't make sense. Do you agree with this following statement? What you decide to watch on your own time is your own personal business. No one has the right to tell you what to do or when to do it. If you said yes, why would the fan base of a series make a difference on what you would want to watch? It's not like the fan base is gonna break into your house and turn you into a different sexuality. Every fan base has its weirdos and it's up to you to join the weird side of that fan base or just be a normal adult and watch a show you enjoy without having that thought that you will seem weird in some way. That's some high school shit. Another thing people do is compare it to other animes. I saw a clip of someone saying this.
Naruto's out there with no parents, getting spat on daily by every single Konoha resident. The Elric brothers watch their mother die and then try and revive her, only to be cursed to oblivion. And then we have Deku, chilling at home with a loving mother, all sad about how he doesn't have superpowers.
Now, of course, nothing against his creator, but the idea of comparing these animes is super ridiculous and honestly kinda stupid. You could just look at Shigaraki's backstory and honestly, if he wasn't a complete psychopath, then this would be a way worse way to grow up than, oh no, I'm so sad and lonely, I want friends. You accidentally kill your big sister that cares for you, your mother that only wants good things for you, your grandparents that are so happy to see their bloodline continue in such a cute child, then to get completely decimated and killed without any warning. Anything he touches, he kills on accident. Seeing his loved ones die in front of him knowing it's his fault. But like I said, if he wasn't a complete psycho, then it would be a contender for one of the best backstories. But nah, he enjoyed it. But if you see what I'm saying, comparing anime plots is a stupid way of making a point. You can find anything in a series that is downright horrible unless it's slice of life, even though some of them give me nightmares. Another reason people say it sucks is because it has a generic school trope where they just do school festivals, the sports festivals, school internships, and banter between classmates. While yes, I do agree these tropes are very used commonly between other shows and manga, but that doesn't make it bad for using it. I did make a video previously on bad anime tropes, but my reasons why I made them was to point out that they were used in the bad way, not that it was overdone. You should be able to use a trope and not feel like shit for it. These tropes literally come with the story. It's about school, for God's sake. They are teens, they're not grown adults. Seeing them grow up through the story gives us a better chance to love the individual characters that they become. Here's a comment that I saw on a YouTube video that absolutely made me speechless from the amount of brain cells this guy has. The thing I hate about BNHA is that Deku getting one for all is just a case of exceptional good luck. Deku saw the slime monster attacking Bakugo and jumped to his rescue. All Might happened to be there in the moment and decided that Deku should inherit one for all. Not to mention that there are the other characters like Mina who also did the same thing as Deku, but never got appreciated for it. It would have been a better anime if Deku managed to become a hero without a quirk, something like Batman or even Moomin Rider from One Punch Man. Alright pal, what would you have enjoyed more in that moment. Deku dying right then and there since he is super weak and can't help anyone? Yeah, that would have been an amazing 30-second story. People who suggest things are fine to do so. Just don't be like this idiot who wants Deku to have zero powers and just completely ruin the entire point of All for One and One for All. And bro definitely didn't get to the Vigilante arc because it was pretty much Batman Arkham City. Everything went to shit and people didn't appreciate heroes at all anymore. It's actually a really good dynamic switch from what we were previously shown. This is the main reason why I enjoyed the last half of season 5 and all of season 6 so much. It was a different feeling to watch. Seeing the villains get set up and have their own arc was super fun, and seeing the war arc was insane. Every episode was a fight, and every episode was progress waiting to happen, either for Shigaraki to wake up or for the heroes to almost win. It was an intense season that kept me on the edge of my seat. The people who say it fell off after All for One fight are kinda right, but only for a season and a half. Season 4 was good for sure, but it was kind of a mid-arc. That's probably where a lot of the people got the idea it was going to shit. One bad season and it sucks apparently. One main issue I think people have is that All Might is not a part of any fights anymore. They seem to be mad Deku's taking over. I mean, that's kind of dumb as hell, seeing as Deku is the main fucking character. Another thing I see people having issues with is with the side cast. They don't get enough screen time. Now, I kind of agree with this one. The only screen time they get is when it regards to Deku. There were a few off moments where this wasn't true, like the class trying to stop the giant from getting to Shigaraki, but most of the time it's 100% true. Another video wasn't meant to deride the entire show. All I was wanting to do was to defend it from stupid reasons why people say it's bad. It's totally fair if you just don't like it for the story, or if you think the characters genuinely suck. But having these made up excuses for why it's bad is just idiotic. It's straight up cancer to the people who actually enjoy it, not like those other fans. If you drop My Hero around seasons 4 or 5 like I did, I highly recommend picking it back up and try to at least see what season 6 has to offer. If you don't like it then you for sure don't like My Hero. Plain and simple. Alright guys, subscribe today to get a free Nami Sloppy Toppy with a twist. Peace out.